back to Total War Warhammer 3 in part 33 of our Kholek Suneater SFO Grimhammer campaign. In today's episode, we're going to start things off with trying to hunt down GRIMGOR Ironhide. He was chasing Slith up north there. A couple turns later, he has sprinted on down. I have sacked the Gates of Zar a couple times now. We're starting to raid now, seeing if we can draw GRIMGOR on over. If we can crush him now and defeat this walling army, it would be very nice indeed. I think our capital settlement is glowing green, so this is his WA target. I dare him to make the approach on Challenger Stone. I think it would be one of the absolute worst mistakes he's ever made. We'll go ahead and tear out the bone pit here, just because we don't actually need it. No longer need the growth in that province there. We can go into one of our others that's actually a little bit further away. And I'm going to grab the shifting emanations for as many settlements as I can, just to increase our overall research rate. We are up to 130%, which can be further boosted. We've got to get the final mark available, the last brand for our branding collection. Especially since we do have one of our Slaaneshi lords here who needs some soldiers to be marked proper. Swing on to the Falls of Doom. This is going to be a Pyrrhic victory, so the auto-resolve thinks we will lose no one but our hounds. It's going to be quite a nasty fight. They've got some long beards, and it looks like the SFO perk for them is going to be the unyielding oath, as long as they have more than higher leadership and less than 50% hit points. They become way more tanky, and that is for all of their units. It's going to be nice. I think the gyrocopters we are not going to be as scared of as some of the others, but this is a pretty nasty army of dwarves here, and we have more or less a very, very generic chaos army. Let's see what we can do. Right then. This is going to be a settlement battle, but luckily we don't have to worry about any walls here being a minor settlement. I think the best course of action for us to attack from is going to be over here. There's not a lot of ways for them to get around that unless they put the artillery up on the top, and then we can rotate our hounds over there as need be. Let's keep everyone in one spot. Let's make them think we're attacking from one side only. We'll have all of the marauders up front there to take the blast from all those artillery pieces. In fact, we'll make sure two of them are more far forward than the others. So we'll grab these three and just hit back on the keypad twice. Arrow keys. And then we'll grab the old aspiring champions. Toss them in the middle there. We'll have our crossbowmen. I believe they have almost identical range to the dwarven crossbows. We'll have to check in the sides. We've got 160. They have, I believe, the same. They should at least. Dwarven crossbows are almost as masterwork as Jade Warrior. I'm sure that's going in the book just for saying. The new lore paints Cathay as having some of the most technologically advanced stuff besides the Chaos Dwarves. Throw a good old Slaanesh Lord up front here. He is on horseback, so going to be a little bit more speedy. And since he does kind of act as a knight, he's a lot more scary than the average lad on horseback. Perfect. Okay, so now we need our big beasties. So we'll have the Chaos Trolls. We'll have the Dragon Ogres pulling up the one side, and then the Ogre Bulls on the other side. This battle started. Get all of the monstrous units as one, then all of the single entities as well.
Just make them feel.
That's what we're here to do. Force these little Dawi to feel something besides frustration. Move them forward. We will win that overall archer duel just because we have far more than they do. And while they're kind of getting ready, let's figure out what the Dawi are up to. They've got their artillery piece in the back there. They're doing a very good job of defending it. My poor Manticore that I forgot to send on over. We'll have him just go knock down that gate in but a moment. We'll have these hounds running on around. They do have the gyrocopters, so we do have to worry about that kind of nonsense, but start them firing. Start shooting on those Quarrelers first. There are so many of you, you should be able to just overwhelm them with sheer numbers. Let's have the Dragon Ogres coming on around. And pretty much everyone else here, we're going to send straight forward. Our Jade Warriors are getting blasted apart there. That tier 2 tower is pretty nasty. Let's get the Manticore attacking the tower if we're able. Yeah, luckily the dwarves are not super fast. Those gyrocopters can move fast enough. We can sprint on up there and claim at that point. I think we should have no problem. Alright then. Send our Lord in. Him chopping on those Quarrelers there. Ungor Raiders, let's switch your target to the Thunderers, while our 2 Jade Warrior Crossbows start working on those Quarrelers there. We'll have 2 of you guys start working your way in. So you... Ungor Raiders pull back just a bit. You come on around and charge into this group. Hit him with the Tormentor Sword as well. We're over there. Really bogged down in our Ungor. Yeah, we're claiming the point. They can't really do much about it. Look at these Dwarf Warriors here. We did lose our Ungor Raider. They're a little bit too far up. Getting messed up. Took some hits from the walls there. They're firing the old wall artillery at us. Let's get these guys best court, scaring them off on that side there. The Dalby have not really started to blob up at all, so not much to take advantage of in that front. Move it around. Could throw in some spawn here. Get the spawn moving and the Thunderers behind them. Pull you out and around, drop down the Tormentor Sword so they're going nowhere. Eating down on those Longbeards quite nicely there. Pull you away, get you working on this group of Quarrelers there. They might send more through the walls. Actually, since these guys are bogged down in these Longbeards, you know what? No, it's a bad idea. Go get the artillery. You just pull it away, use that mass. Hounds have claimed the point. Well, the Dalby are almost there. Let's bring you over. Goofy Hounds, get on out of there. No reason to get caught. Tower's down, let's move on to the next one. Alrighty then. Get some more of these guys moving forward. We'll have some aspiring champions working on these Longbeards as well. Pull yourself through. Come on over and start attacking this, You would go all the way around, huh? No, we'll come on over and attack this barricade. And that's it. You landed these Quarrelers just to give them a bit of distraction. Set up the Ungor. Start long bombing. Bring the javelins up. You guys just charge into those Longbeards. Give them cause to worry. Good deal of lads clumped up around our Dragon Ogres here. We'll give them the old fire back up. Okay, they're spawned. You guys come on in. It's smashing from behind. I'm not sure how they actually managed to catch them. Speediest Dawi alive. Just stop that artillery team from fighting. Spawner in there as well. Start blasting on these Quarrelers here. Everyone start knocking down this barricade. Jade Warriors still getting shot at. Looks like probably by the artillery piece. Alright, it's shut down now. Perfect. Get these trolls moving. I could have used them on the more heavily armored Dobby core. We'll bring them up to round and help out the Dragon Ogres. Struggling a little bit. Actually, we could throw in this spawn here. Help out quite a bit. We'll turn them around and charge them into the Dwarf Warriors. We're definitely not going to be expecting the Demons to move here. They're just like the Spanish Inquisition. No one's ready for them. Alright, those Dobby are running. Beautiful. Gates down, send everyone in. The much needed reinforcements have arrived. We'll go ahead and kick in your Charmed Shield. A little bit too soon, but you guys come up and claim this point. Our Bestigor are holding the line for but a moment. They're being slain, but it is entirely fine. Wasting as much of that steam gun ammo as we can. Love to see it. Come on over and start nom-nomming on these gates. We can come on over and start slowing down those Quarrelers. Or rounds, you don't get caught by the dwarves there. I know they're way too slow.
Their punishment will be delightful.
Yeah, we can't do anything at all. Actually, yes, we can. You guys are in range. Your job is to destroy those steam guns at all costs. Longbeards have been broken. We'll go ahead and have the spawn chase them around. You guys as well. Come on over and claim this point. Hounds, let's go ahead and rush down these Quarrelers. Stop them from firing at anyone. You guys can come on around and help out with that. Those dwarf warriors are really not taking much damage at all from the throwing javelins. Fair enough. Gonna be fairly ineffective. Steam guns are coming on over to try to bother some of our other units here. Entirely fine. Another one of their buildings drops. And we just kind of have to ignore the enemy helicopters entirely. And more elite units are not in the fight. Let's pull these guys on out. Doggos are getting smushed, but they delayed the quarrelers for a bit there. Demons used to getting shot at by the steam guns. Go ahead and get rid of these longbeards then, if there's nothing else really for you to do. Keep momentum moving our side. This set of platforms should be about to fall, and if not, we'll just kind of move through. No problem. Bring yourselves up and around. You guys get away from those longbeards. We defeated them easy. Let's just move as one giant blob of death. Go ahead and kick off the charmed shields. We didn't get his much. Potion of speed to speed up. And our Manticore should have been jumping the gyrocopters the whole fight. I just realized. That's why they've been scared of him. That's fine. We'll remember for the next battle with the Dawi. That is for sure. Bring them on in. All of our elite units need to get working. Great job of chasing them off. Or Shrine, get in there and help. Pull you through. We'll get your charge bonus yet again. Kind of shut down these quarrelers in the back here. Poor Dawi. They thought themselves sturdy. Trying to lure us over to the other one so we can kind of get a group advantage. I don't know if that works out like that. Yeah, we're going to have all of the Ungor chase you around. There's no reason for them to be doing anything else. Oh, I see. You caught my lads because I forgot they were over here. Oh, it's disrespectful. Get you guys back working on these gyrocopters that are just going to be playing tag for pretty much the rest of the battle. Come on over. Hounds, come on and stop these quarrelers. The slow grind of bringing down the rest of these Dawi. Get in there, lads. We need some dwarf salsa. Fighting forever, as Dawi do. You said kill the bigoted ones? That's pretty rich coming from you there, bud. Just play and chase. There's nothing else, I guess, to be done. Also, they're trying to get a bit of a tag team going there. Fair enough, we can do the same. Set up and prepare for those gyrocopters to come on over. You can play that game, bud. You're probably just not gonna like it when we do. Get our trolls, have them working on the same group of longbeards. Pretty much got them now. Even the ogres. See if we get the ogres charged through, and we'll charge them back in. They've got pretty high bonus there on the old charge. Hounds held them down for quite a while. Let's get these archers firing. And there's the victory. The helicopter's going to choose discretion as the better part of valor. They're out of here. That's a win. Well, that Thane tried his absolute best, and that honestly, that showing from the dwarves there makes me really, really concerned for them when their angry cousins show up. They're going to get bullied. We only lost 244 there to their 1,200. Take the win, we'll sack the settlement. At this point, we are pretty much just sacking every settlement as we can, multiple times, trying to get our lords as ranked up as possible. They're getting 50% more experience because we hit that long campaign victory. Now we're just kind of waiting for the end time to kick off so we can dropkick them into orbit. Go ahead and grab the Chaos Vanguard, as we do with most. We've got to have our hammer. Or I guess our anvil for the hammer.
A true gift of Slanesh.
You're doing alright, good sir, and I kind of would like you to, instead of being in summoning stance, let's jump over into it camp. Took a little bit of damage. You guys stay there and I guess have a big old group snuggle session in the tent. Slanesh approves. We are up to a whole good deal of gold. Let's see what we can accomplish. Harold got chased off in between episodes because they sent over some nasty armies to fight. It was a little bit more than he was willing to handle here, so we're going to pull on back. Maybe go threaten one of the other settlements instead.
Certainly not.
A lot of dragons they're rolling with. We really need to bring down the Fortress of Vorag. However, it's gonna be a tough nut to crack. We need to try to lure away some of these other lords here. Let's go ahead and jump into ambush stance at this crossroads here.
The rot follows us.
And 40% chance is really not great. Fighting both of these armies at once would be tough, but they would still have to replenish. I mean, not replenish, but reinforce. So they would at least, we would have a minute or so to do as much damage to one of these armies as we can. Sisters of Avalorn do concern me greatly. Dropping physical and spell resistance, and they do magical damage. That is horrifying. Banish is an incredible ability. They also have the Acer take aim, so they give each other extra reload skill and accuracy. Yeah, Bel Sarathai has upgraded herself quite a bit.
Cataclysm.
Is there anywhere we could actually get better chance for ambush then? 40%. There's no real trees out here. These don't really count, but I guess they kind of do. Gives you a slightly higher chance. I like to make sure. Wow, you can move a long ways there.
Even the Law Master could not.
Oh no. We're in danger.
Ruin.
Let's pull back a little bit further then, just to make sure we stay fully safe. And then he just needs to prepare. The hurricane is coming, Harold. You may have overextended a bit much there.
Ruin.
Oh, the Blood Eater. He has also been just stacking High Chai on repeat here, gaining as much experience as possible. We'll do the same this turn. And smash. And 1,000 more experience for me. Thank you. At this point, the gold we're getting off of it is incredibly not what I'm worried about. Rod of Torment, we get the Bound spell. Not a bad one. That's one that the Druki get. We can come on in here, give you your Corrupt Mage. Corrupt Mage sounds nice to me. Although, of course, we could just get his actual spells sorted on out. We'll go for Doomfire just so we can max out his artillery. We can start working on his spells a little bit more. Maybe grab the Corrupt Mage. We're not really using Forsaken.
God smile.
But we've got the 2 Forsaken of Siege now. Decided that their magical attacks and barrier are going to be really useful. They also have a bit of no time, no death, so as long as they have higher than 25% hit points, they won't die. They'll just kind of sit there and keep fighting. So, Erkthal, let's switch you back into a camp stance, replenish once more time. Once more there. We get more replenishment in Jiju.
Moving.
No. Well, there wasn't really a reason to move over here, but now here we are. We'll come on to the Red Fortress then, and I'm going to upgrade the Shaman's Temple, get us a little bit more gold a turn. Any of the ones that have a tier 5 settlement, I'm happy to go ahead and delete the Bone Pit in. It does hurt our growth across all of the provinces, but only a small amount, and we can use that to gain more gold a turn and get another army in, which we will need for Nakari very soon. Which he is going to be just after we have access to the Sensuous Branding Iron, which would actually be pretty good there. We're also going to hand off the Turtle Gate to Xiaoming or Miao Yang very soon, either one.
Tribesmen, gather!
Let's bring Qilin Zhu down here, or Qiling. It's Qiling. But let's not go ahead and raid the town of Wei Jin. We'll just kind of stay in Turtle Gate. Wei Jin's making a good deal of gold. I'd rather not turn that money spigot off. Spies is looking good too. Nothing I really want to put in. I'm happy to keep the archers just as the pyre clearing for now. We'll take one of them all the way up to the Cursed Labyrinth probably, and then we might just grab as many of them to that as we can. See how many Cygor we can summon every battle. That'll be a bit nonsensical, but before then, I am very happy with the work our archer squads have been putting in. Not really on the cusp of any kind of enemy territory, so I won't really worry about the walls there. Of course, we could get stabbed in the back by Kevin. That would be all the problems. Over here in Karak Doom, though, we definitely need an armored tower. The Skaven are going to be kicking off once everyone else does. And how many turns do we have till that? 6 more. So Nakari will be here for the end times. Throw in the treasure house, and that will drain our coffers fully. No more lords who could move, but Egrim. Keep chasing down the Ever-Chosen. We will go around. Or I guess not, no? We need to go through the same way, because we're going to have Archaon come on down and hit the bamboo crossing and prepare for the Wood Elves. Since he does have fire attacks himself, as well as some Searing Flame, we should give our... They already have a... Tree Folk already have a weakness to fire, so we can double down on that and try to whoop on them as hard as we can. We need some more fire damage in the battle, or the army itself, but we'll get to that. It says we have one lord that isn't moved. Is it too dang here? We're going to bring her over to Chimai. Keep raiding all the way over, though. And Shurf, yeah, he hasn't been moved either. I was going to see if Beichai had more money in it than this other one. Where did it change from Chimai to Beichai? Right there. Oh, of course I didn't look. Alright, so it's a lot higher. And we didn't use... Man, that's unfortunate. But we know now. We got a lot more money out of Beichai. Mistakes were made. Everyone else is doing their thing nicely. We've got Kholek. Set over in the Badlands. We're going to try to get a showdown with GRIMGOR. The other lord we have rolling around that you guys haven't quite seen was Rick. Rick the Brick. He has been smashing his way through the Mountains of Morn pretty much unopposed. We're moving on down to Yeti Peak now with his ogre friends.
Live to fight.
Move on into their territory.
We march.
We get a little bit less for punishment, but I'm happy to get ready for the fight itself. Yin Yuchi also hasn't been moved. He's just stealing. Nothing else.
A thoughtful maneuver.
More from the Druki than anyone else. We only have her for a couple more turns. We'll probably continue to utilize her thievery capabilities. Skip over those building upgrades, and we'll go hang out with Kholek. For the end turn.
Before the mountain.
Well, hello there, you beautiful antlered boy. He would like us to join his war against the Warherd. Not yet. And Kostaltin and Katarin both want to fight. Rolling with some reinforcements that are Empire-based. Okay, well, that's a lot of war wagons. Or, bear riders. 3 bear riders, the Oath Brothers of Tor. We're pretty damaged. We're going to try to pull back. Let's see if we're able. It says Pyrrhic victory. I don't want to take this fight as is. We've got about half health on most of these units here. We've lost far too many units, and village needs to keep replenishing on up. Looks like the Sentinels is under attack again by Windrina. Very brave of you. We lose. But of course, they have a dragon. And then we do manage to ambush Imrik. You poor fool. Alright, you silly sausages, let's get this going. Alright, well, we do still have to bring raid boss Imrik down, and he still has his 782 weapon strength to Harold's really pitiful. At least he has some bonus versus large, but we really don't want him fighting Imrik at all. All of the other dragons are in the back line here. Man, this is going to be a nightmare. Everyone has wings. Let's have all of our dragon ogres then. I'm gonna have them be the wall. Wider than I'd like, but I don't want them bunched up. They trip over each other far too often. We will have the Chaos Shrine in here with them. Let's have Korn and Simulant Slaughter Cage charge again from the rear here. We want them hitting into the Sisters of Avalorn. They'll be the quickest to blend them up. Have the Pestilent Axemen on this side. Have the Chaos Warriors of Nurgle ready to run down the Silverin Guard, and they will do an amazing job at doing it. Have the Demon Spew behind. You guys at the center. I put you on this side. The Shaggoth also kind of needs to stay away. We're going to try to run away from Emmerich for the most part this battle, and then surround him once we have finished off the rest of his forces. We'll throw the large lion hounds. Thought I clicked on them. Large lion hounds off on this side. They can be the cavalry with our other war beasts, the Plague Toads of Nurgle. I want them. Looks like are going to have a bad time against anyone here today. We'll keep them behind the other cavalry then. We'll smash in at the end. We'll put you guys in with the cavalry. Infantry line. Single entity squad. It's going. We just need to bring our giant over so he's not completely exposed there. And I'm happy to let him and the Shaggoth work together on Emmerich. No one else can. So glad those are silver helms. Tyrannok chariots are going to be a problem, but I think we've got it. Get it. That'll begin. You guys right in on these chariots right away. You guys pull away from that just a bit there. You charge right on into those Reaper Bolt throwers. Get the infantry team locked as one, charging forward. We're getting laser beamed there by those Sisters of Avalorn. Alright, I see how it's going to be. Harold has been really, really focused down by those arrows. And he's not even able to heal himself for whatever reason. There we go. The Hounds in from behind here. We have lost a good deal of our archers. They got completely smashed apart by, it looks like one of the dragon breaths. Perfect. Let's bring the toads in. Slaughtercade, get down on these horsemen. We are losing everyone pretty quickly. Go ahead and drop down the Curse of the Leper on everyone in here. And actually, let's just charge you into combat. We need the Rapier of Fantasy, or Ecstasy, either one. Get more health. Have you guys working together. Pull the Ungor archers away. Bestigor, surround. Alright, we need to get the giant away from what's happening to him. See if we can pull you back. There's 3 dragons all on the giant. Thunderguff is most likely going to get smacked here.
Destroy them! We smell slaughter!
Pull you guys on away. I keep letting them get smushed. Yeah, Thunderguff got jumped by 3 dragons same time. He is 100% dead. There was nothing we could do there once he got surrounded by the triple dragon threat. Pull the Hounds out and deal with those Tyrannok chariots. All of the dragon ogres working on these dragons together. Silver helms have been more or less able to have these guys kind of running away. Slaughtercade, keep hunting down the Sisters. I'd like to drop down the Demon Spew on... Oh, they're fleeing. I'm not allowed to. Okay, the Forsaken Blessing then on some of these High Elves. Keep mixing up my debuffs there. There we go. On, jump into combat. Should be able to summon the Forsaken on one of these groups. Harold, come on back over. We really need your heals. Drop Fleshy Abundance down on all those lads. Get hit with a breath spell as the dragon runs away. That's nice and brave of you. Give us the breath spell before you take off. Alright, the Horse Shrine is bogged down. Let's get the Nookcorn Knights moving back in. Get these Shadow Warriors there. Get rid of it. Deal with the dragons. Come on back over. They did a very good job at chasing them off with their hounds there. I guess they're eagles. Which are kind of acting as hounds, chasing off my important skirmish units. Come on back through. Do what you can to get on in. You guys are the most expendable. The Thunderguff was the least expendable. He got nuked. Bring yourself back over. You're doing nothing in the middle of fighting what's going on over there. We need your heals with this group. Go ahead and give the Curse of the Leper out on some of those Dragon Ogres that are struggling. The Shaggoth has been in the middle of this nonsense the whole time. Ripping and tearing. The Demon Spew in to help out the Demon Spew. Go ahead and weaken Emmerich. Anything else try to come on back in? Let's bring the Slaughtercade. We've got him completely surrounded. Alright, and Dragon Ogres, you guys all start working on Emmerich now. The other dragons are no more. All of the infantry, you stay here. Harold is getting everyone healed up. And we'll beat the brakes off of poor Imric here. That's another victory. Not a very exciting one. It was mostly a blob fight, but that is how Nurgle rolls. We're going to chase down as many of these lads as I can because we have one more fight coming up and we know it. There's another army back there behind Imric. Catch you in a moment. A close victory. Did manage to defeat Imric. He actually escaped there last second. That's actually just fine. He's got no health at all. He does have the Armor of Calidor, so we can do some healing. Here it is. You can do some healing there in the beginning. You can do that 3 separate times. And they did manage to steal our beloved Thunderguff. First, Uncle Frunkel, now the Thunderguff. They'll both come on back, but they'll be missed in the meantime. We'll go ahead and enslave these captives just because he has another army right behind him. And the Blessed Dread has come on over and attacked Scherf. He's just Lokir, the Dark Riders, Harpies, and then some Bolt Throwers, as well as some Blackheart Corsairs. We actually... and we might be able to bring this group down. Lokir being on the Dragon is a bit of a problem. Man, he has a lot of attack. 948. That is nothing to sneeze at. Helm of the Kraken, he's got that Merciless Slayer. Yeah, no, our rats would get butchered. We'll go ahead and hand off some of the abilities there, but I'm not going to waste our time fighting a battle with the Skaven. And they're defeated. Alright, the turn is again ours. They did sack the Sentinels, the fools. And Harold Hackbile is able to ascend to Demonhood. It is time. Alright, a brutal business. Yeah, we care not about that. It is time to send someone to Nurgle. We'll be back over there in just a moment, buddy. I was going to mention, it is good to see that Lokir has been suffering quite a bit. It looks like we have been draining their coffers almost dry. That's why his army is so small. Now, he had quite a bit of a bigger one before. He has not lost any battles since. He has just downsized because they don't have the income for it anymore. They purely do not have the economy. We can keep injuring that as much as we can. So we'll bring Ying Yuchi to the edge here. She's going to go off our team soon. We'll ignore her and come on back over to Harold. Looks like the High Elves are going to try some sneakiness too. Fair enough.
Lord of
We're going to lose all of our skill points all at once here. Harold, you're about to go back to a beautiful bouncing baby boy in demon mode. We did not get the Gate of Nurgle. And we didn't rank up a channeling stance. So sad. We'll have more Boons of Chaos to earn once we ascend to Demonhood. It only cost 5,000 souls. We've got so many sitting in the soul pile, so let's toss them into the fire.
annihilation awaits.
Oh, you are hefty. Take a look at our new boy here. Harold, you are just disgusting. He's not quite as chunky as some of them are, though. He's got a little bit more fitness to him. He is still remaining his Chad self, even as a Demon Prince. Let's go ahead and give him the Route Marcher then. Kind of start passing these skills on out. Sickness and health gives him more hit points, as well as a bit of a Mortis effect. That sounds awesome. 100 more growth. And the Acidic Ichor for all of our Plague Bearers, which we don't really have any. Locus of Virulence, even more health. We can make this dude an absolute chongus. I am excited. We'll grab Dominating Presence, Infernal Champion, and then we'll start working on...
Useful adornment.
I think our Chaos Vanguard once again. You look awesome. The gigantic two-headed Morning Star. 653. You're a lot more strong, a lot more healthy in battle, a lot more deadly in battle. We just lose that healing effect now that is flying around him. So we need to sacrifice some fools, win a battle against some demons for the Virulent Contagion, and then use the kill captives to get even more experience for all of our characters. Sounds good. Well, let's go for the Miasma of Pestilence and grab the English Children of Nurgle. That way, anytime we do any kind of casting at all, we'll heal up the entire army. Village, who is already nice and demonic. We will go ahead and give you some more hard to hit. I'm not sure where we want to go next on his red bar. Seems like we want to go for the Monster Strength for our Forsaken. Will help out with our Spawn, our Trolls, and our Dragon Ogres, so all of these guys over here will get buffed out by it. If we use the Demons, we get for the Golden Griffin, or the Knights for our Knights and Doom Knights, so I'm not sure on that one. What I do want to do is grab Harold. Do we get Uncle Furuncle back yet? You cannot currently recruit any regiments renowned. Well, why not? Ah, seems like nonsense. I'm in friendly territory. That's fine. Let's see about jumping into another ambush stance up here. I don't trust them, so we're going to wiggle his self on over and then jump into yet another ambush. See if we can't figure out where these elves are hiding. They keep scurrying on away and then replenishing up their forces like roaches. Ugath is attacking the flayed rock. Love to see it. He is a mobile artillery piece of maximum destruction, and there is GRIMGOR. He's going to hang out in the Gates of Zar. But you think that's going to protect you? You poor, poor fool. And nothing else to really recruit. Get a proper battle here then against GRIMGOR. We'll switch to the summoning stance so we can get a little bit of more bombardment spells. He is in March stance. Unfortunate. Going to give us a Pyrrhic victory. He's packing a lot of soldiers. Luckily, his Wa army is just a bunch of goblins. He's got 2 units of Blackworks in there, but they're pretty easily headed off for the rest of the forces and locked down. GRIMGOR obviously going to be the most deadly thing here, but at this point, he is not a match for Kholek. Best of the best, he is not. We're just going to send Kholek directly after him and then try to kneecap old GRIMGOR Ironhide. Get to the battle. Alright then, the Gates of Zar. Swing on in. I think the best place to attack from is going to be over here. We're going to leave our infantry on both of these points and then push all of the monsters through. Let's have all of the doggos swing on over. In their own group. Keep the orcs worried. Looks like this army comes in 6 seconds. Oh, is this the Wa force? How unfortunate. Well, let's put all the infantry up here and ready to kind of stream on into the settlement itself. We will do the Chosen up front, and then you guys back in the back.
Undivided.
Perfect. We'll have you rolling with, I think, nothing for now. We'll keep the Manticore nearby in case we need to tear down any towers, and then we'll have one of the trolls just to act as defense. But everyone else is going to over here and deal with this first army coming in. So Dragon Ogres on the wall, other trolls, Shaggoth in the center there. You in the back just a smidge. You can get lots of extra potency through all the kills that are going to be happening. All of these guys together, except for the based one.
I am irresistible.
So you say. I'm going to have Kholek not worry about this first force here, so you guys are going to be working together, Slaanesh and Nurgle. And then Kholek is going to go find GRIMGOR and give him a good smack on the forehead. Alright. Get this battle going. Big dum-dums arrive in but a few seconds. We'll just charge everyone in directly towards them. Get them. Dragon Ogres as well.
For the Prince of Chaos.
You smash this group. You hit them. Okay, we keep missing the units. That's exactly what we want. Marquis, get in there as well. Beautiful. So it looks like they just blow up some of their own units there. Interesting. They've got themselves quite the gauntlet. Kholek is unamused. We'll send him up just a smidge. Have some Bestigor go up that direction. Grab all of the Ungor there. Go up, start them firing. Alright, Kholek, how are things going on this other side? They have been annihilated. Actually, it doesn't look like all of them can come on in, so let's grab you, and then possibly one of the Shaggoth, and bring them around. Help out Kholek with his fight. Alright, Kholek, let's bring yourself on forward. I'm happy to slam you right under these Black Orcs. Give yourself a bit more speed here in a second. Go down some Furies. Here, Doom Diver catapults. Smashing away into our front line there. Don't like it. See if we can find them. I see no catapults at all. Here they are. Yeah, come on over and start taking down this arrow tower first. That's a tier 3. Let's get that tower first then. Kholek, smash him up. GRIMGOR really doesn't want to bring himself on over. Kholek can take your forces by himself. Start him on to this next group then. Good, the deadly onslaught. Pull him on through. We've basically given ourselves 3 summons of Forsaken there, or spawn.
Prince of Perversion, my pleasure.
Keep smashing them. We'll bring the Marquis over. There's no reason for her to be here. Alright. Ogres, Dragon Ogres, go deal with these Night Gobbo archers that are blinking pretty ineffectively off of Kholek. Kholek he's completely, not stopped by Black Orcs. He has all of the mass now. Let's go deal with these stone trolls. They're going to sit out front. Give yourself a pit into Slanesh, speed up a little faster. Give him the old wallop. Hammer drops. Okay, they're sitting everything out there to fight Kholek. Are you sure about that? Perfect. Let's bring the Bestigor on around as well. Let them prove that they are indeed the Bestigor. You come on over and tear down this tower here. These Furies are great for anti-carpentry.
Herald of Indulgence.
Interesting. I don't think that all of these troops need to be over here anymore. We can probably bring most of them back. Just bullying poor Gobbo archers at this point. So, Marquis, you come on back over like I asked you to the first time. Now you're just disobeying. Bring everyone else up the front side there. Kholek looks like GRIMGOR wants to fight. We'll bring you through. Haven't even activated the Tempest Rage on any of our Dragon Ogres yet. In fact, we're going to go ahead and do it now. Get everyone working on these Gobbo Wolf Riders. GRIMGOR v Kholek has kicked off. Actually, GRIMGOR is beating the brakes off of Kholek at the moment. Kind of expected that. He's got all sorts of abilities. You got Gitsnick, the Bloodforged armor. He's ready to fight for a few seconds. That will go away pretty quickly, actually. Summon in a unit of spawn on top there. Help with those stone trolls. You're fighting very hard. Let's go ahead and drop down the chain lightning in and amongst this group. Fighting even harder, as Kholek does much the same. You go ahead and start dealing with these Doomdiver catapults. So the Hounds kind of around the outside. Straight down through the middle. I don't like that at all. Don't like that at all. They easily defeated that group to get you guys moving back around. Come on this way. Get in from this side. Marquis, we really need your help. Kholek is taking some damage. It looks like GRIMGOR is starting to... Whiplash. Starting to run out of steam. Love to see it. Have you rolling around in those Goblin Archers there. Go ahead and drop down the Enfeebling Foe on GRIMGOR. Allowing Kholek to keep hitting him a little bit harder there. Drop down all your abilities, and actually we'll get him help. But deal with these stone trolls that are causing some problems. Get to work. Start tearing them down. Summon in the Forsaken here. Him charging on in as well. I'm happy to get a Phantasmagoria down as well, as soon as these boar boys arrive. You big fools. Keep rampaging around in those archers. Speaking of archers, I have a whole line of them. Send 3 of them to help shoot down the Savage Giant. The other 3 can start working on these archers over here. Marquis, let's pull you on back out one more time. Trolls into combat there. Poison Hounds moving in as well. Looks like he kept the Orc Biggins back. We're just going to bring him in and claim this point then. Like you're going to go down the same path as those Orc Biggins. Bad. Go around.
I am endowed with power.
Now that I have no doubt. Deal with Kholek. We'll drop down some lightning. Oathseeker will have one more portal glyph dropping on down. We almost lost those spawn pretty hard there, but they did absorb a lot of the damage that was going elsewhere.
God's bloody glory.
Knock him down. guys working over here.
Sorcerer of Slanesh.
Who could have saw it coming? Activate all your abilities there, bud. We'll you back to the others so you can actually give them some heals. Slicing shards in on this group as well. They're gonna love it. Alright, now we can drop down the heals and the extra damage. Help blend up these poor orcs here. Do a bit of slow-mo. The boys is ready to fight, but no one's ready to fight a 2-foot tall or a 2-story tall centaur filled with hate. Now the slicing shards are gonna rip through. There were units there, and now there's not. Activate your rage, speed things back up, and let's get on those stone trolls. Hold on, Furies. Archers, their target is completely eliminated. We'll go ahead and send them on forward, claim this point. You guys get working. Archers in your way. Grimgor was proven to be nothing. Excuse me. Hiding Night Gobos. Sneaky gets. I mean, Kholek took some damage there, but really nothing. He can't heal up, and he sat there in the middle of how many soldiers? What's your kill rate at now, Kholek? 320, most of that being Black Orcs and other very elite infantry. Yeah, the Marquis should defeat that group. I'm thinking army loss is going to kick in any moment now. And there's the victory. Grimgor and his Wa crushed by a single army. A heroic victory indeed. Only 3 of our own fell in the fight. Pretty sizable there. We had probably only lost a couple of the Chaos Warriors even. Grimgor crushed. We will go ahead and sack the settlement once more there. Just to rub salt in the wound. Gain a hide striker. This hide is perhaps not as durable as it originally thought. We gain 10 more armor, 50 more armor-piercing weapon damage, which is paltry compared to what we currently have at the moment, and then less leadership for enemy lords and heroes, which is horrifying for them. Alright then. Since we have sacked the Gates of Zar there, I'm happy to go ahead and claim this for us. One less settlement for the orcs. Belong to us now. The Plains of Zar have fallen. I will go ahead and put in an upgrade of the Twisted Relic for gaining even more souls and post-battle loot. But with that victory, I am out of time for today. I've been Space Wizard Total War. Leave a like for the Light God and a sub for the Sub Zone, and I will see you on the next one.